Not every story about the Dajjal begins with fear. Some begin with destiny. Long before the world witnesses the greatest trial in human history, before nations tremble, before truth and deception collide, there was a man, not a warrior, not a king, but a traveler of the sea, a seeker of truth. The man who would meet the Dajjal was not an ordinary sailor lost in legend. He was a companion of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. His name was Tamim al-Dari. But his journey did not begin in Medina. It began far away, in the lands of Palestine. Before Islam, Tamim was a devoted Christian monk, a man who spent nights in worship, a heart searching for the final truth. And then, the sea called him. He boarded a ship with 30 men from his tribe. What began as a journey across water turned into a journey into one of the greatest mysteries of the last day. A violent storm rose without warning. The sky darkened. Waves towered like mountains. 4 days. They drifted. No direction. No stars. No control. Only fear. Until one evening, through the mist of the ocean, an island appeared. Silent. Unknown. Waiting. They stepped onto its shore, unaware that history was about to record their footsteps. There, they encountered something strange. A creature unlike anything they had ever seen. And then, in a dark monastery-like structure, they saw a man, chained, massive. Watching them, he began to ask questions. About the date palms of Baisan, about the Sea of Galilee, about the Prophet in Medina. And then, he said, the words that would echo through centuries. I am the Dajjal. This is not myth. This is not imagination. This is an authentic narration told by Tamim al-Dari himself, and later confirmed publicly by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in front of his companions, preserved in Sahih Muslim. Tonight, we return to that storm. We step onto that island, and we uncover the true story of the man who met the Dajjal.
Imagine being lost at sea. For 30 days, your ship is thrown by violent waves. No control, no direction, no land in sight. Then suddenly at sunset, you reach a strange island. You walk into darkness. You see a strange creature. And then you meet a giant man in chains. A man who says, I am the Dajjal. This is not fiction. This narration is recorded in Sahih Muslim, Hadith 2942. Tamim al-Dari was originally a Christian from Palestine. He later accepted Islam and became a companion of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. One day, after embracing Islam, he shared a story with the Prophet, peace be upon him. A story so shocking that the Prophet gathered the people in the mosque to repeat it publicly. This story is recorded in Sahih Muslim. Before starting the story, please subscribe my channel so see more Islamic content and Islamic history stories. Before accepting Islam, Tamim and 30 men from the tribes of Lakham and Judham set sail across the sea. Suddenly, a powerful storm struck them. The wind pushed their ship across the waters for an entire month. They had no control. Finally, at sunset, they reached land. An unknown island. They anchored their ship and stepped onto the shore. They did not know where they were. As they walked inland, they saw something unusual. A creature completely covered in hair. So hairy that they could not tell its front from its back. They were frightened. The creature spoke. It said, "Go to the man in the monastery. He is eager to know about you." This creature is called Al-Jassasah in the Hadith. Shocked and confused, they walked toward the monastery. Inside the monastery, they saw a huge man. He was the biggest man they had ever seen. His hands were tied to his neck. His legs were chained. Iron shackles bound him tightly. They had never seen a prisoner like this before. The man immediately began asking questions. "Tell me about the date palms of Baisan. Do they still produce fruit?" They replied, "Yes," he said. "Soon they will stop producing." Then he asked, "Tell me about Lake Tiberias. Is there water in it?" They said, "Yes, it is full of water." He said, "Soon it will dry up." He continued asking about different places. Then he asked about the prophet who had appeared among the Arabs. They told him about Muhammad. Peace be upon him. After hearing their answers, the chained man said, I am the Dajjal. Soon I will be permitted to emerge." The men were terrified. After Tamim accepted Islam, he told this entire story to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gathered the people in the mosque. He stood on the pulpit and said, "Tamim al-Dari told me something that agrees with what I have told you about the Dajjal." This confirmation is also recorded in Sahih Muslim, 2942. This shows that the Prophet, peace be upon him, approved the narration. So the Dajjal is real. He is currently restrained, and his appearance will be one of the greatest trials before the Day of Judgment. In Part 2, we will explain the meaning behind his questions, and what they reveal about the future. But what exactly does the Dajjal want to know? Why does he ask about rivers, lakes, and date palms? The answers are more shocking than you think. In Part 2, we'll uncover secrets that even many scholars have only hinted at. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. The truth about the greatest trial in human history is closer than you think.